Hundreds of internally displaced persons who fled from renewed herdsmen attacks in rural farming communities in Benue State, now taking refuge at the Over IDP camp with just mosquito nets as shelter. Since the camp opened in April 2021, they have suffered large-scale malaria and other diseases as a result of poor living conditions. Hence, the intervention of the Médecins Sans Frontières in the area of water supply, drilling of borehole, and ongoing work at other facilities.
Nobody will know what is happening in Otese here.
One of the IDPs speak on how difficult life has become since fleeing from the attacks to the camp.
The health condition is not proper because people are not well fed. The facilities in going to toilet and whatever is not fine. There was a time people were almost sick. Everybody was sick. They intervened in vaccination and treatment from Doctors Without Borders. Everything has improved.
Aged women, nursing mothers and children wear forlorn faces with distress on how to feed, provide for their well-being in a camp where everyone looks out for themselves. Officials of the international NGO Doctors Without Borders, who speak on the level of intervention, call for inclusive efforts to bridge the gap in the humanitarian crisis, which is now breeding other forms of sexual and gender-based violence, with a record of 210 cases in just 1 year across the camps.
One of the major gaps that we found out was those which are related to water and sanitation, as well as those which are related to health. So there was a huge gap in terms of provision of basic health. So our interventions were then focused on water provision. So we have just started providing water through the tracking, and we have also started to construct latrines and showers as a way of reducing those morbidities which are as a result of poor water and conditions.
We majorly provide medical care to the survivors and psychosocial, mental health and psychosocial support. Now, the medical care we provide is to one, prevent unwanted pregnancy and prevent sexually transmitted infections, including HIV, and to treat any form of injuries that are sustained as a result of rape.
The governor also believes the surge in IDP population calls for inclusive and coordinated response.
The challenge is we keep having this IDP. So with all the efforts and with the financial challenges, funding challenges that we have, it has become extremely difficult to say that you satisfy the needs of these people. Well, every month, the local government, the state, we're trying to provide food. I think by next week we should be providing some level of relief and food materials to this camp.
Although the Doctors Without Borders have done a lot in the area of water and sanitation, as well as health services and shelter for the IDP, the burden of food supplies monthly by the Benue State Govt can rarely solve the food crisis for over 1.5 million people living in IDP camps across the state.